it is about putting yourself out there, putting yourself in a situation to be successful, because it's not going to happen by writing letters. It's not going to happen by doing chat, right? And so, when I talk about going on one of our group tours, I've always said that worst case scenario is you're going to have a great vacation. You're going to have a blast, right? And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, a group of us guys, we would go figure out something to do for the day, and we'd create a little mischief along the way.
Yeah, because if you're not dating, what's nice about these tours is if you're not out on a date, which a lot of the guys are, but if you're not, then you would go out with some of the other guys and you would do something, and then they'd go off on their dates and things like that. So there's a support group the whole time you're there, and it's a blast. And you're probably still in touch with some of the guys from that tour, I imagine. And talk a little bit about the staff too, because I think our staff just nowhere near gets enough, credit for the things that they do. I know we have a social, as you and I are sitting here right now. At this moment, we have a social going on, and I just actually Skyped in there, and I actually saw it, and it was amazing. There's probably, I know there's well over 200, probably 250 or so women there, and I don't know, whatever, 30 some guys, even maybe a little more. But they all are meeting, they're all talking, a lot of energy, great stuff. But that doesn't just happen out of thin air. It's not like we just open the doors and let anybody in off the streets. It's not like that at all. The staff does a lot of work to make these events happen and make them nice. They register all the women coming in. They're screening those women when they get there. They're making sure that who's there is supposed to be there, both men and women. And so they do a great job of that. And that takes a long time to put all that together. You don't just walk into these things. It's not like a nightclub where just everybody happens to magically appear. That's not what a tour is all about. And so, the staff that you got to meet, just talk a little bit about what they do for the guys while they're there.
I met all of them at the office, and they were nonstop on the phone, on the computer, emailing all these women to make sure they got as many women to the social as they could, and not just numbers, but decent women, not that crazy lady with 1,000 cats.
Because, that's a really important point that you bring up, Chad, because, the staff there, they know the women. All those women, they know these women. And so when they're inviting the women, they know who they're inviting. They know who's coming as far as the guys. And they're trying to make sure that it's matching, the demographics of the group. And, that they're not inviting someone that there may be a problem with. And just like we do sometimes with the men, there's men that we haven't let on the tours because of issues. So this notion that, I'll just let anybody in and that, no, it's not how it works. Never has been how it works. And if you take the time to really look at the work that goes into this, like Chad did, because he was there watching it, it is quite a bit different. So, and to me, that's important because I don't think that, number one, our offices get enough credit for all the hard work they put into these things. And number two, I don't think the women that attend these socials get enough credit because it's not easy for them either. There's many more women than there are men at these events. And, the women kind of put themselves out there a little bit to come to these events in the hopes of finding someone special. And that's not an easy thing to do. And sometimes, you'll see guys writing things on the internet about, these women just are this or just that. And it's just so insensitive and so wrong for people to do that, and these are almost always people who have never been there and never experienced it. I mean, yeah.
I saw the list. I counted the names. The first social had 72 people, 72 women, and there was 12 of us guys. And in the second one, there was 88. Yes, more women on the second social on a Saturday night than on the first one Friday.
Yeah, and and there was 12 of you, so that's getting right about a 8-to-1 ratio or something like that, which which is amazing. That's what we say. It's usually we'd be about 8-to-1 ratio. That's why I'm saying there's 250 women there because there's about 30 plus guys there. So we always adjust for that, but you're usually going to have at least a 7-to-1, if not higher ratio of, women to men. And because, look, guys, it's not because we just want to flood you with all these different women. It's because it is a numbers game. I know it's a numbers game. I met my wife because of the numbers game. Only reason we met was because of that social. And it was a numbers game. There was about 130 women or so there, and we had about, 12, 15 guys, something at that time. And she was there at a table with 5 other wonderful, beautiful women who, by the way, all met and married their husbands because she still keeps in touch with them. So, to me, it is about putting yourself out there, putting yourself in a situation to be successful, and that's what we do. Now, whether or not you are ultimately successful is going to be entirely up to you. You're going to have the ability to do with or not do with the resources that are put in front of you. And there's only so much that anybody can do when it comes to that. But what I will tell you is for 22 years, we have been putting those resources in your hands and giving you the opportunity to be successful and putting yourself out there, because it's not going to happen by writing letters. It's not going to happen by doing chat, right? It's just not. I mean, we know that. And we know that a large percentage of you guys are never going to get on that plane and go over. And that's sad because Chad, he went over. He had a blast. He's still alive.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Check out our website at
mediandating.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.